Positively Jax, one Jacksonville native who's made her way to the highest levels of success on Wall Street, also as a singer and as an author, is now back in the River City and doing some good. Carla Harris is set to promote her national tour, launching her latest book, Lead to Win. And all of the funds will go toward the Guardian Catholic School Scholarship Program to help local students in education. And throughout her 30-plus years of success, her message has been to empower entrepreneurs and to own your power.
If somebody is worthy of your currency, spend it. The way to grow your power is to give it away. And your voice is at the heart. And your voice is at the heart of your power.
Amen to that. Well, that was a TED Talk she did about 3 years ago, and those inspirational words still stand to this day. And Carla Harris joins us now to talk a little bit about the exciting event that you have scheduled today. So good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Amanda. And I'm very excited about the Lead to Win event at Florida Blue today.
Absolutely. And you're back home, too.
Yes, it's always great to be home. Absolutely.
Right. So could you talk a little bit about the event? Because I know it combines your book as well as raising money for your alma mater.
Absolutely. So the Florida Blue event today will benefit the Guardian Schools. And the Guardian Schools are a combination of St. Pius V Catholic School, which is my alma mater, and Holy Rosary. They were combined a few years ago to form the Guardian Schools. And so Jane Lanier, who's a prominent woman here in Jacksonville, and I were having a breakfast in February, and I said, hey, I have a new book coming out. Maybe we can find a sponsor, and maybe we can raise a little money for the schools while we're at it. And it has been an enormous success because she has been able to get great companies here in the Jacksonville area, which I could not be more thrilled about, as well as individual philanthropists to come together to do something on behalf of the schools.
Absolutely. And I know that you're kind of a Jack or a Jane of all trades, because not only are you successful in the work industry, you were on the National Women's Business Council under President Obama. And I mean, so many accomplishments in addition to, of course, as I mentioned, singing. So how has your upbringing in Jacksonville kind of helped you become the person you are today?
Yes, I had a great upbringing here, obviously with great family and great friends. But I'll tell you that having an opportunity to be at St. Pius laid a great foundation for me in order to be competitive at Bishop Kenny, which laid a great foundation for me to be able to go and be competitive and do very well at Harvard undergrad and Harvard Business School. And that obviously gave me the opportunity to go to Wall Street. And that's why, Amanda, this is so important to me, because there's another Carla Harris. You know, there's another John Smith. There are other kids that are right now at the Guardian Schools who have no idea what the future looks like, but because we are investing in them today, they will have those opportunities and there will be a multiplier effect. I hope I have lived my life in a way that there's been a multiplier effect just from one person, and that's what I'm hoping we can do for those kids. And growing up here helped me to be inspired to be able to do this, because that's the way my parents brought me up, is that it's not just about you, it's about everybody else around you and what you can do for them.
Absolutely. And I know that, you know, this event is coming up in just a little bit, but could you talk a little bit about some key pieces in the book that people can expect to read?
Absolutely. I talk about what it takes to be a powerful, impactful, influential leader today, because it is very different than if you were building your career in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. And the dominant population in the workforce today are millennials and Zers. And as table stakes, they want transparency, inclusivity, and feedback. And if you are a boomer or an older Xer, who are the people who are dominantly in leadership positions today, you didn't get a lot of feedback along your career. You were told, keep your head down, work hard. If you don't get fired, you're doing okay. And most people lead the way they were led. And if you're going into it now with this my way or the highway type leadership style, that will not prevail with this workforce. So I talk about in the book, at a minimum, you must be intentional about being a leader, and you must be intentional around 8 pearls, as I like to call them: authenticity, building trust, creating clarity, creating other leaders, diversity, innovation, inclusivity, and voice. You must be willing to call a thing a thing.
Absolutely. And as a millennial, I can speak to everything. You are preaching right now. Okay, so if people want to check out the event, of course, today is election day, but you can either vote before or vote after this event. So where and when can they come and check you out?
It's going to be at Florida Blue at 11:30. Vote before, vote after, but definitely make sure that you vote and come on out and support us. And if you can't get there, buy a copy of Lead to Win and use those pearls.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ms. Harris, for your time.
Thank you, Amanda.